This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Playing with the throttle and losing ground, and then you got the stragglers at the back.
Mark Martin started 32nd.
Smoke out of the 18 car off of turn 4.
That's big. Bobby Labonte going up. Smoke out both tailpipes. Caution flag.
That looks terminal. It's coming out both sides of the car, which is where the exhaust pipes are.
Joe Gibbs, Interstate Chevrolet, was way up in the high groove. Mark Martin, Ricky Rudd, 21 had just gone by. His teammate, Jason Leffler, in the 11. When that comes out the tailpipe, there's nothing good going on inside that engine.
Yeah, my old crew chief, Jake Elder, used to say she just came a wad.
Labonte in his 13th Daytona 500. Calamity in turn 4. You see it unfolding as Ricky Rudd and Boris Said and the number 4 of Mike Wallace have crashed. I think Wallace got the worst of it. His Lucas Oil car is already in the garage. Ricky Rudd for the Wood Brothers. There is Kyle Busch, who is involved in this race with A.J. Foyt. They won it with Cale Yarborough, Tiny Lund. They won't win it today. Right side of your screen.
I think I saw a tire. It looked like a rubber came off of the left rear of Ricky Rudd's car, maybe, or somebody's car. I can't tell for sure which one.
Looks like he definitely got in trouble. Looks like he almost corrected it, Darrell, and then it shot back up the racetrack, right in the middle of the racetrack, and that's where everyone else got involved.
Whoa, Michael Waltrip in a cloud of smoke.
I don't think that's a good thing. He's got his hand out the window.
Big pack inside here, big pack inside. They're all coming hard. Timmy, you got a tire down?
It's not running.
All right, guys, we blew up. We're coasting into 3. We're coming to pit road. Caution is out.
That tells the tale.
Well,
the sound of silence.
We were going for 3 in a row. 0-1, 0-3, and I thought we had him going today, but tough break for Mikey. I feel a little sad about that.
Watch that number 15. Right in front of Gordon.
Yeah, he knows it right there. Up the hill he goes. She started slowing down on him. See the smoke coming out from under the hood.
Not doing that motor good.
Possibly a piston, something that really matters.
It was something very important, but thank you, Michael.
Trouble down here, guys. Turn 4.
4 wide, and we've got a problem. John Andretti's 14 and the 11 of Jason Leffler. Bring the caution flag out. Scoring stops immediately. And we're under caution again with 32 laps to go. Darrell, that happened just in front of those 2 cars where they got 4 wide.
Well, as you heard Michael say, he knows, we all know now it's showtime. And Jeff Gordon is doing all he can.
Come on down.
It's going to be tough to pass. Look at them, 4 wide here.
14 just shoves up, comes right down in front of Leffler. 14 got into Travis Quaffle in the 77, come down. Leffler in the 11 car had nowhere to go.
See it from our Quaker State aerial coverage.
You see the 14, he just wobbled a little bit. He got a little push loose, got into Travis Quaffle.
And that right there is the reason our voice goes up an octave when they're 3 and 4 wide, because this is at 190 miles per hour.
Slides up in front of traffic.
Cars upside down, cars everywhere.
Come on.
And turn 4 is Calamity corner once again. The field is frozen. Jeff Gordon came across with Stewart and Johnson side by side, but there are half a dozen cars littered between turn 3 and the start-finish line.
He's all right.
Last year's third-place finisher, Scott Wimmer, the 29 of Kevin Harvick, the 42 of Jamie McMurray.
Crash. Well, Rusty got through it. Here we go.
Harvick slides up in front of traffic.
Cars upside down, cars everywhere.
And turn 4 is Calamity Corner once again. The field is frozen. Jeff Gordon came across with Stewart and Johnson side by side, but there are half a dozen cars littered between turn 3 and the start-finish line.
He's all right.
Last year's third-place finisher, Scott Wimmer.
Jeff Burton's up in smoke and off the pace as they're still wheel to wheel for the lead.
Now they're 3 wide. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the mix. Jeff Gordon, now we've got cars in trouble. Greg Biffle, Scott Wimmer, Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, several cars. Now one car, Wimmer, end over end, side over side on a huge crash here in turn 4.
Big pileup up in turn number 4, going to involve at least 5, maybe 6 or more cars. Yellow flag obviously is out on the racetrack. Let's go back up there.
Don't know what triggered it. All of it took place from about 5th on back, Barney, but it was chaos once it got started. Several cars involved. The most seriously at the moment, Scott Wimmer. He went over several times. Kevin Harvick was involved. Ricky Rudd was.
One of these cars was just standing up on its nose, swimming, spinning around like a water spout.
Greg Biffle. Jeff Burton had lost an engine prior to this. He coasts onto pit road. And here's Harvick's car, the backup car, damaged, looking a lot like Thursday's car.
But guys, we could see this coming and smell this coming for about 3 or 4 laps.
Here's how it unfolded between turns 3 and 4.
Because something happened to Greg Biffle, the 16 car that triggered all this.
I'm pleased. Watch it and see if it's Harvick's car. Oh, no, it's the 22 car.
Scott Wimmer.
Look at him just spinning around. He got up on his nose and come back down on his wheels. Boy, that old 4 turn, she's mean, boys.
Watch the 22 of Scott Wimmer, the yellow car, take a wild ride here.
What started it, Greg Biffle came down in the 10, or the 10 went up to Greg Biffle. They got together anyhow.
The luckiest man there was Rusty Wallace. Got a little tap, but kept on going.
Now watch Wimmer. Over once, twice, 3 on his nose, 4, wham.
Huge. At the end of the Daytona 500.
And we got trouble already on the restart here. Mike Skinner in the 23, Travis Quaffle in the 77, and they're spinning out through the grass. Caution is out again.
John Andretti just piled into Mike Skinner hard.
How in the world did that happen?
Well, Darrell, either somebody missed a gear or somebody's motor coughed. Now that's Skinner's car. Andretti's looks worse.
I was just thinking Skinner was 10th. He was running 10th, having a great run.
Those are hot. Did he spin those tires when he accelerated on the restart?
Well, that's obviously what some. Oh, Skinner gets into the back of Ryan Newman,
who hits
him into Carl Edwards, and then here comes Travis Quaffle. It's just a chain reaction. It's no different than if you're on the highway and somebody in front of you started to go. It's kind of like sitting at a stoplight. Start to go and then stop before you have a chance to stop.
It almost looks like it started up there at about Kurt Busch, the 97, or Jimmy Johnson in the 48. They just started getting into each other.
Even Dale Jr.'s lagging back. There's a huge gap between Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon.
And here.
Gordon still thinks he can make that outside car in the wall off the 2. I think it's the 9 car.
But he keeps going.
Debris all over the place.
Yep. Casey Kane bounced off the wall, turn 2.
And Jeff Gordon has made a pass.
Up at the brake.
Caution is out. The field freezes.
Caution is out.
And NASCAR scoring freezes the field.
The last 4 years, we will be guaranteed at least 1 attempt at a green-white checkered should we go that distance.
Scott Riggs to 4th. Stewart looks to go 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He is trapped behind Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, that 97 car of Kurt Busch is a fast piece of equipment right there. He's got to look.
He's the only Ford in the front 5. What can he do?
Look at Scott Riggs in that 10 car. He's trying to get him a top 5 finish in this Daytona 500. And there's Jimmy Johnson on the 48 on the outside, Darrell.
Somebody needs to get up there and go with him, but I don't know if Tony Stewart can run the outside or not. He hadn't all day.
Bush to the outside. Gordon slams the door on him into turn 3.
6 cars have a chance to win it. Jeff Gordon's going to lead him into turn 4. They're 1 mile from home.
Tony Stewart just slid up the racetrack. He and Jimmy Johnson are going to make contact.
3 wide. They're bouncing off each other.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his 3rd Daytona 500. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr., and Scott Riggs completes a dream week with a 4th place finish.
Boy, he did. And by those cars right there, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th.
Thank God, boys. How we doing it?
Boys, Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson are going at each other down there in the turn 1. They were banging all over each other.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson ended up 5th coming across the line.
You are the man.
These 2 guys right here, they've already rammed into each other once.
You know what? It was coming for the checkered flag for the Daytona 500.
So we got the big
Suck
one,
it up,
boys.
big boy.
Richard Petty has won the great race 7 times. Cale Yarborough's a 4-time winner. And now,
you're the man.
Jeff Gordon joins Dale Jarrett
Time, baby.
and Bobby Allison as
Dedicate this one to the families on that track, buddy, okay? Absolutely, absolutely.
Jeff Gordon, now a 3-time winner of the Daytona 500. And Rick Hendrick takes you back to October, Martinsville, Virginia, on a plane carrying his son Ricky, his brother John, John's 2 daughters, Randy Dorton, Jeff Turner, Joe Jackson, all aligned with the Hendrick Motorsports team, Scott Lathrop, Tony Stewart's helicopter pilot, and the 2 pilots of that aircraft crashed en route to the race at Martinsville, Virginia.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.